calling you Lazarus just before Connor. Yeah, good to play.
Yeah, that's the plan at this stage. I did some testing today and got through everything. So a little bit surprising probably after the game. I thought it might be a little bit sore, but I think during the game I knew it wasn't anything major. It was more precautionary when I came off. So got through my testing and we'll see how it goes tomorrow as well.
At this stage, you said, so is that there's obviously a little bit more to get through?
Yeah, we've obviously got captain's run. We're coming off a short break, so we'll use all of the break we've got, and I'll probably do some more strides tomorrow. And I'm sure if it's not feeling 100%, then I'll say. But at the moment, I'm feeling really good, so good to go.
Did the scan not show anything, or was it, so you escaped anything with the scan? How did it sort of look?
Yeah, there was sort of a little nick, but it wasn't part of my main muscle, so I don't know the science too well, but apparently that's a lot better than what it could have been. So and it heals a lot quicker. So again, I'm feeling good and did a lot of testing today and got through all of it. So good to go.
From what you know with hamstrings, the strike, it was a little bit odd that there's a nick there, and in some place, and off a 6-day break, that you could still be playing.
Yeah, a little bit surprising, but again, like I trust my physios and doctors, and they've told me that if you're feeling good and this is not a major injury, then we'll test you and see how you go. And I got through everything today, like I said, and I'll do a little bit more tomorrow and make sure it's 100%. But I'm feeling good.
Would you risk it, Jordan?
I don't know. I've saying before, I've been pretty lucky with hamstrings, so I'm not too sure how they feel, but I'm sure if he's feeling up to playing, he'll play, because it's obviously a big game for both teams, as it always is. So if there's any danger, you probably wouldn't risk it, but I'm sure he'll make the right call.
How much of a relief is that then, Connor, assuming you do get to play? And it would have been a tough one to miss out at your first showdown as captain.
Yeah, for sure. These are games you look forward to at the start of the year, and I was a little bit disappointed during the game because you obviously don't know how long it's going to be. But received some pretty positive news over the last couple of days, so all good.
Obviously different positions, but you've got another couple of injuries as well, so you feel like it's a bit more of a burden on you to play, given the fact that you're missing some key personnel already? Not
necessarily. I won't play if I'm not feeling 100%, and that's pretty much all of it. It's disappointing that we obviously got Pep and Aaliyah that have gone down, but that certainly doesn't put pressure on me to push through anything that I wouldn't normally. So I'm just approaching it like I would any other injury.
What's the mood like at a club when you have a big break win like that, but you lose someone from the leadership group and someone so important like Pep for the rest of the season?
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird mood because you're obviously really proud of how the boys performed and finished the game with only one on the bench, and but then there's obviously the disappointment of a long-term injury, especially with Pep. So we're a really supportive group and we've got around him, and I think one of our strengths of our group is our depth. So we've got lots of guys that are ready to come in and fill that role.
Jordan, some pretty good team news on your front as well. Just talk us through Dan Curtin. Clearly he's ready to go.
We've announced that he's going to play Thursday night, which is really exciting for the group. He's been just a massive worker since he's got to the club late last year, and he's got plenty of tricks, but he's a really talented but hard-working guy, and we're really excited to see what he can bring Thursday night and going forward.
How do you think he'll handle the extra intensity and spotlight, I guess, of Daniel shoulder?
I think he'll handle it really well. He's one of those guys that was kind of in the limelight for the last few years about potentially being a top, number one pick, and he was obviously top 10 pick, so he's had that extra pressure even before he's played his first game. So I feel like he's definitely built for these types of games, and I'm really excited to see what he can bring to the club.
Is there some extra motivation heading into Thursday, given you're playing for Rory as well?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think no matter where the teams are on the ladder, there's always extra motivation to obviously beat Port, and they'd have the same feelings towards us. So to kind of farewell one of the greats of the club, there's definitely that extra motivation. But I don't think either of us kind of need those sorts of things to motivate us for these games.
What's he meant to you, John?
He's been a massive part of my leadership journey so far, and we've had conversations around his future, and I've always said that no matter kind of if he plays again or not, his guidance for the rest of the year and the last couple of years has been massive for me, and he's one that's always going to be there whenever whenever I need it. And after this year, when he leaves the club or if he stays on as a coach, I don't know what he wants to do, but he's already said that he's always there for me to bounce ideas off. And I think we all know how positive and brave he is as a person, and he's just been a massive rock for me and for the group.
I was unbeaten as a showdown captain. Why have you been so successful at Port in recent times?
I think, like I said, it's no matter where we are on the ladder, it's always a great game, and I'm not too sure, to be honest. We'll dive into the last couple of games, I think, tomorrow when we go through these guys, but we always know it's going to be a hard contested game of footy, and both teams expect that, and it's I think all the games I've been involved in over the last couple of years have always been close, so for whatever reason they're always great games, and I think the ledger's at 27 apiece, so it just shows how close it is.
What about for you, Connor? Why do you think they've been able to win 3 of the last 4? Got a little bit of recent edge over you guys?
Try not to give too much away, but I don't think it's anything specific. We probably haven't played our best football, and I think it's on us to probably own that we probably haven't come with our best version of ourselves in the last few showdowns. We've probably proven over the last couple of years that when we're on, we can be a really good side and beat good sides, but probably just haven't quite had that edge and that spark to get us over the line. So yeah, I'll make sure that the boys are really ready to go this week.
Do you think that ties in a bit to some of the criticism around your bigger games against the bigger teams, or finals or showdowns which are like finals? Is there still a question mark for your group in some of those really big games?
Oh, there's certainly things that we feel like we can improve on, and that's not necessarily just those big games, that's games in general. And there's things throughout the whole year where you know, some sides are at the top of the ladder or at the bottom of the ladder. It doesn't really matter to us. It's how we're playing, how we respond to when we lose and when we win. So, there's small adjustments that need to be made every week, and we'll make those.
What sort of response have you seen from Jess over the last 3 weeks, and what do you think you'll see from him on Thursday, whichever you play?
Yeah, I think he's done all the steps that he needs to over the last couple of weeks, and the boys have been really supportive around the club. We all understand that he did the wrong thing, and from that point, he's done all the things that he needs to do to tick off what he has to do and to grow and learn as a person. And the guys have been really supportive around the club, so I'm sure if he gets his opportunity this week, he'll grasp it with both hands.
Geordie, obviously you guys got a win last week. Is that the win that's going to kickstart your season?
Yeah, I hope so. I think it was important for us to get back to playing the way we want to play, and we got back to playing our brand of footy and front half footy, and I think that's all we could ask for last week. Obviously it's only 1 week, so we're looking to back it up this week, but I definitely think it's a game that can kickstart our season for sure.
Just on Jesse, he copped a lot of criticism, and obviously there was the double whack after the second mistake. So how, like you say, you've supported him and that sort of thing, but is there a possibility that it could affect his footy? Has he done anything to make sure that he can get back on track and it doesn't affect him when he comes back into the side?
Yeah, he's had some programs and things that he has to do away from football, and he's done those. I'm sure the club have been helping him with that sort of off-field stuff, but in terms of the playing group, we've been really supportive, and even at training I've noticed that he's come with a real edge to try and get better and be supportive to the group back. He's really grateful for what the guys have done for him, so yeah, again, if he gets his opportunity, I'm sure he'll really crack in.
Bit of a unique test for you, Connor. It'll be your first time. Things like this happen all the time, but your first time as captain where something negative happens and you have to sort of take ownership of that from the whole club point of view and probably talk to the players as well. Yeah, there's certainly going to be different challenges along the way, and this is one of them. You sort of know that when you take on a leadership role that there's probably going to be things throughout the year that happen that you have to respond to, but I feel like with the support of the other people in our leadership group, as well as Kenny and CD and the rest of the club, we've navigated it pretty well, and I'm sure there'll be things throughout the rest of the season as well that we'll have to tackle head on, but I feel like we've dealt with it pretty well so far.
Jordan, it's obviously your home game. Do you feel like, when it is majority Crows in a showdown, do you think it makes a difference? Because we know the Crows fans, Cameron's pretty hostile. Do you think they can create that environment for you that does actually help you in the end?
Definitely. I think I'd say both fan bases are pretty hostile when you're playing in front of them, so I definitely think you do get a bit more of an edge when you've got your home fans here cheering you on. So hopefully they'll be out, which I'm sure they will be in full force on Thursday.
Just back to Curtin for a bit, mate. What else have you seen from him that led him to get to this point, do you think?
I think he's a couple of things, the way he plays, his ball use and just his ability to play on talls and smalls is it was no surprise when we drafted him, but to see him do it at SANFL level and be, execute those roles really well, I think that's just going to complement our backline and our group. And he's a very mature guy for an 18-year-old, and like I said, his skill level and his skill set as a whole is pretty impressive.
What's the latest on Luke Pedler?
I believe he's seeing the surgeon today, but I'm not too sure what his kind of year looks like as of yet.
How big a blow would it be for him? He's had some shoulder problems in the past, but if it's the worst case, how big a loss would that be?
Yeah, I mean he's a bit of a bull up forward for us, and just the way he attacks the contest, and it'd be disappointing for him, but I'm sure he'll, no matter what happens, he'll be able to recover and get the best out of himself for this year, and going forward he's obviously a super talented player, and I'm sure he'll make some benefits from it.